All right, today LVT is going against 4 Loki. They have a lot of good members, friends with a few. I personally watch MCLC Trevor and Manuel's channels. Highly recommend them. But, you know, they're good people. But today, we're enemies. That's right. I know what I said. We are enemies. That's what my 7-year-old, he can't say enemies, so that's what he says. But if we being honest, that's that old lady deems enemy. You know what I mean? I ain't claiming that. Just don't tell her that. She might get offended. But anyways, today we've got 7 fights, I think. Maybe 6, I don't know. But we're bringing in CGR, Mantis, and Void. We're going to go up path 4, then path 9, and take 2 or 3 minis. Now, I will show the score at the end of this, but the war was way closer than what the score is going to dictate. They really did play a hell of a war. The score might not show up, but they did. It was, for 90% of this war, it was close. I mean, it was 116 to 116, and it was 1-0 when I was taking these fights, and I was a little nervous. I was like, oh, man, I can't mess this up. But we're going against this Lady Deathstrike. I put on half suicides because of the hill block, and we're going to go for the full rotation. You can see, and I'm trying to stay a little bit back and play slow just because of all them weaknesses. But we're going to fire it off anyways. And yeah, I mean, 1 L2. I didn't get to the L3 because of the weaknesses, but I mean, it's over. 25 seconds. That's it. You know, it is what it is. So, I do a mastery swap. I edit those out. Now, we're going against this Havoc. And we're going to be using Void. Now, I'm using Void against 2 different defenders that are not global. So, you will kind of see me slow play it just so I can get my debuffs up. That way, because I really don't want to take no detonation against Havoc. Even though I think I do at one point. Pretty sure. But I'm just going to play stun immune, bait heavies, try and slow his plasma building down. I throw on a 150%. I know. It won't help with a special 1 spam. I know. Okay? I got crucified one war a few seasons back for it. But it makes me feel better. It's for me. Okay? Sometimes you got to do things for you. So we're playing stun immune. You know, I'm trying to slow play it. I want my debuffs up. So there we go. We got 1. Now we're about to get 2. And yeah, I mean, this fight's going very well. I'm pretty sure I threw on an invuln. I got rambling and I didn't look. It's not needed, but I did it for pure safety because it was such a close war. And yeah, I mean, we're just melting him. I mean, he's just slowly ticking down. But the problem I run into is when I get in fear of the Void, because I do lose all my debuffs. Because I'm about to hit it. Because you can see, I've got 7 plasmas on me. Okay, now we hit fear of the Void. 8, 9. He throws the L2. I don't have many debuffs on him. Come on. I know I take this detonation somewhere. There it goes. Yep. Luckily, it wasn't all that much because I was able to reduce it some. But just annoying because I had to heal. But, you know, as long as I don't die, I figure that's the important part. So now we're going to path 9, and we're going against Wiccan, I believe. I'm going to take both of these path 9 fights with Void. Now, this one, look, he's a global defender. I'm a global attacker. It does have power focus too, which is really annoying because I really don't want to mess with his L2 because the block damage sucks. So I do try and bait L1s. Now, with power focus too, once he gets there, he's going to gain power slow, blah, 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 blah. But I don't really want him to get there, to be honest with you. Yeah, I still run an invuln for this war, and that was just for shits and giggles, I guess, at this point. I really don't have Couldn't even come up with a better reason. I honestly really couldn't. But that way, just in case, I do something stupid like I tend to do, it won't hurt as bad. And I can parry because the neutralize, I'm incinerate immune. It just ain't going to do nothing to me. So you can see, basically after every combo, I'm having to bait an L1, which it did drag out the fight a little bit longer. But once I got the debuffs rolling, fuck it, we ball kind of deal, you know? And he starts melting. He really does. And luckily for me, he was willing to throw his L1s for the most part. He really was. I got a pretty good AI. To not whine and dining, he was kind of putting out, to tell you the truth. He was. I like him easy. Oh, I digress. Okay, I'm getting off topic here. But, yeah, you can see there's really not much to that fight. Now, this Magneto, I'm going to take a different approach to it. I'm going to hit block until I can get a couple debuffs up. And I'm going to power start 1, intercept it. That way I go in and get my 3 debuffs up before I start hitting him. Because once I throw the L1, I place my slow. And then I can just bait heavies. His unstoppable just doesn't matter. It really don't. So, I'm looking at my boost. I will throw on a power start 1. I'll probably have to click in and out about 3 more times before I click it. Oh, wow. Okay. I love wasting gray boost, apparently. Well, okay, we gonna fight. Oh, this one has one eye open. Don't parry. Okay, I did all right in this fight. Got into it fairly quick. So, for the most part, we will play this stun immune. As you can see, I'm starting out hitting block. A lot of it's just to kill time, try to get debuffs up, but I also don't want to get cornered. Spoiler alert, I do. This AI, well, it didn't want to play ball like Wiccan did as much. He wanted to be wined and dined, I guess. But okay, we've got 2. We're going to get our 3rd, and then we get the slow, and now we off. Now we're off to the races. I am going to try and just bait L1s, but when he decides to be a dick like he is right now and not throw them, well, sometimes we will push to an L2. But I was persistent with these L1s. I should have just pushed him to an L2, took the block damage. This is his last fight. Ooh, look at that little cheeky light right there. Ooh. And then he decks me, but it didn't hurt. So I get out of the corner that time. And now we're just hitting his block. And now I'm just trying to get back the spacing that I lost. That's my goal. Because I don't want to get back in the corner. Because even though I got that little cheeky light, I really ain't wanting to tempt fate again. And here we are. But, because I'd been whining and dining him so well, he did a double medium that I could punish. Sometimes you just got to talk sweet to him, give him a little sweet talk. And now I do finally just push to the L2s, what I should have done earlier, to tell you the truth. But I like selling on fight time. I do. I like higher fight time, I guess. And that's what I go for. So that's what I done. So now we've got 2 CGR fights. For these 2, I am going to put on, max recoil, max suicides. And there we go. We cut that out. Get to this. I did have my buddy, Uncle Duke. He put on some Odin pre-fights for me for this fight and the next one. Good man. Uncle Duke's good man. And yeah, there's really not much to this fight. I heal up because I'm a good alliance mate. I do my part. All right, buddy, come on. You've looked at these. And, you know, while I'm thinking about it, you will see I do have on bigger boosts as far as the attack and champ go. And that was just because of how close the war was. I didn't want to mess it up. I could have got away with less. But I was like, look, 4 Loki's playing good. I'm not taking any chances. They're not the 4 Loki from last season. They're better. And they're playing better. So, no chances. Come on, man. Hit the fight button, bro. What are you doing? I mean, I was taking these at work. Finally, okay. So now we are going to go for the straight nuke. And, of course, I missed the parry. So that's fine, whatever. We go get the light. And I miss another one. I'm like, oh, man, come on. So, I because I wanted to go for the vigilance. And I'm like, you know what? We're not. Because I was afraid I was going to deck. So we just intercept with the L2. And then we get the L3. Bada bing, bada boom. He did. And that's all she wrote for him. But now up next, I get my revenge shot at out of Morlock. Because I did so well last war in this fight. I get to do it again. That's probably why I got the Odin pre-fights, to tell you the truth. They're like, okay, he likes to mess up full, fail-proof plans, so let me give him a few pre-fights, which I do appreciate, by the way. I really do. So this is kind of a redemption fight for me, I guess. It didn't go necessarily terrible, but it didn't go good either. Man, I fought a lot of Enzo and Andrew the Rough's defenders this war. I never pay attention to that. I'm pretty sure the Wiccan and Magneto was Enzo's. And the Lady Deathstrike was Andrew the Rough's. So, okay. We're getting our boost. I still got the power start 1 on, and we off. Okay, let's do better than last time. Okay, we're not off, Apparently, we just don't like to parry. That's fine. There we go. We get the L2. And, oh, yeah. It does better damage. And because of last war, I threw on a couple hits in there. I was like, this is going to kill. I'm making sure my L3 kills this time. And it's more than enough. More than enough. Since I played like dog water last war, trying to do better this time. So now my last fight is this Photon, and I think this is actually, in my personal opinion, okay, I had to cut my recording. I hope this doesn't sound weird, but okay. I do think this is the best placement for her because you can't use the big L2s. So you have to be more mindful of other things. So I actually do like the placement. And you can see, I do throw on an invuln. I'm going to be trying to bait L1s just in case I get hit by one, I get one for free. So it's like a mulligan. I'm giving myself a mulligan. As long as I don't do anything stupid. Yeah. So, we're going to go into this fight. We're going to build up emotions. Then we're going to heavy. With the Furies, I can get big, heavy damage. And my plan was to relic in heavy, cancel into relic for more big damage. But this fight just goes better than I thought it would. I was kind of nervous for this one, more than any other fight I had. And it turned out to be one of the easier fights I took. I mean, you will see me put on, I think like right here, yeah, the Infuriate. And that's just so she'll keep throwing the L1s. I can dex the L2. I really can. It's just if you miss it, the price is higher. And, I ain't trying to pay that price because I'm cheap. Very, very cheap. So there we go. We get the first heavy off, and you can see we're 45 seconds in, and she's down to 40%. Trying to get her through this L1. There we go. And yeah. Mantis just counters Photon no matter really where you put her. There we go. I know I get hit by an L1. I've been sitting here talking, but I've kind of been waiting on it because I know it happens. I just can't remember where. There it is. There it is on cue. See, this is why you give yourselves one free pass, because I will always use it. See, there we go. Now, this was my war. We'll get to the score. We did end up winning. Oh, boy, your boy got MVP. Looky there. Baller. I don't get them often, so I'm kind of hyped about it. But it was a good war. The score doesn't show how good they played. But I wish them nothing but the best. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.